AJ, and this week I'll be reviewing set number 75902. This set is called Scooby-Doo the Mystery Machine, and it costs £30. Here's the first minifigure of the set, and the first minifigure of the set is Scooby-Doo. Now this version of Scooby-Doo isn't exclusive to the set, but it's very rare since it only comes in one other set, and that's the big £75 set of this wave. So it's pretty cool to get this version. Although the parts aren't actually exclusive or rare, but the actual minifig configuration is. I mean, it's the standing Scooby-Doo who has a really nice sort of walking position with sort of one paw pointing forward, and he also has the scared expression on one side, and he has a sort of calmer expression on the other side. So you can't get two dual wording expressions with this one. And his head can turn around. Unfortunately, there's no articulation, but I do like how accurate this minifig is to the actual show of Scooby-Doo. So that's definitely quite cool. Here's the second minifigure included in the set, and this second minifigure included in the set is Shaggy. Now this is just a standard version of Shaggy who appears in 4 out of the 5 Scooby-Doo sets, and I really wish it were a different version exclusive to the Mystery Machine. Or at least a rarer version of Shaggy, like the Seaweed version. Not that that would make much sense, but it would still be slightly better than this one. But anyway, he does have quite a cool hairpiece, which is exclusive to the character of Shaggy, and is very accurate to the TV show, and has lots of nice lines and details in it. He also comes with a torch in this particular set, although that's not exclusive accessory, so I don't particularly care. He also has some dual-wielded arms, and he has a very nice torso print, which is very accurate to the show, and he has some dark red legs, which is a very rare piece in general. And he also has a sort of smirking expression, and the L expression is sort of more accurate to how he looks in the show. He sort of looks a bit confused, or even perhaps scared. And he's very scared in the show, so that's quite cool. He also comes with a burger accessory, which matches his love for food in the show. The third minifigure of the set, and the third minifigure of the set is a standard Scooby-Doo zombie. Now I don't think this is from a particular episode, but it's still quite a cool minifig to get. He's got the baggy trousers, which are printed on the torso, and then go down to the actual leg pieces. He has a very nice dark sand green torso, and he has a light sand green t-shirt underneath that with the printing. And his skin colour is a sort of glow-in-the-dark colour, although it doesn't actually glow in the dark. It is the colour of glow-in-the-dark pieces, or sort of a bit more green than that, so I guess it's a light sand green, or very light sand green, I guess. He also has a very nice zombie facial expression, which sort of shows red eyes, and they sort of look a bit dead. And he's also got a sort of groaning zombie face, and he has hands which match the colour of his face. Now around the back, he doesn't have that much detail. I mean, he has the torso print of the jacket continued around, and the sort of baggy trousers continued around to the back, and general sort of zombie clothing, and he also has 2 sort of nails in the back of his head. Now you might be thinking, why has he got those? Well, that's because in Scooby-Doo, if you don't already know, the monsters are always actually people, so that's meant to represent a mask. So that's some quite clever and quite nice detailing there. And overall, this is a very simple yet effective Scooby-Doo villain minifig. Right, so here's the fourth minifigure set, and the fourth minifigure set is a really cool rendition of Fred from Scooby-Doo in Lego form. Now the things that I really like about this minifig are the torso, which is really accurate to the show. It shows a orange scarf and a blue collar on a white shirt. And the hairpiece is also really nice, not as nice as Shaggy's hairpiece, but still has a lot of really nice lines and shaping to it. The face print, or at least the first face print, is also really nice. It sort of shows a sort of confident smirk, perhaps a bit too overconfident, which matches Fred's character from the show. And the other facial expression, in my opinion, isn't as good. It shows a scared face, which Fred usually isn't. Although he occasionally is, I guess, so I guess it sort of works. And the shaping around the back of the hair is especially nice compared to the front, although the front shaping is also very good. The legs are plain blue legs, or sort of light blue legs, which I think are exclusive to this minifig. And another nice thing about this minifig is that it's exclusive to 2 sets, and this is the cheapest of the 2, and the only really cheap way of getting Fred from the first wave of Scooby-Doo sets, which is quite cool. And so far it's the only wave, so this is officially the cheapest way of getting Fred in a Scooby-Doo set in Lego. And he also comes with a magnifying glass, a really nice printed tile which says, "Daily Babbler, the tree comes to life," and shows a picture of the tree monster, which is also included in the set, and another picture which shows a minifig doing something. I'm not sure exactly what, but overall this minifig is very good, apart from one of the faces, and perhaps the legs are a bit too plain and could use a bit of printing. It's the only side build included in the set. I have to say, I really like this side build. I mean, there are many things which I don't like about it, like the fact that the legs don't move, and the arms barely have any articulation, and also it looks very open at the back. But I do quite like this stickered piece, wish it were printed, but you could use it for an arcade machine. It's basically just a computer tracking system for the Mystery Machine, with some sort of levers to move the arms about. Now, talking about the arms, as I said, they really can't move that much. They move up and down a bit, but apart from that, you can't really get much motion from them, so the articulation's pretty much useless. Which is sort of a shame considering how open it is from the back to have the articulation there. But other than that, this is quite good. I mean, I quite like the sticker detail here, which sort of shows a tree which is alive, and it has green eyes and sort of bark sort of going into the mouth to show an open sort of toothy expression. And he also has some sort of creatures embedded in him, so that's sort of creepy, I guess. And there's also these tree branches, which are quite cool, apart from these grey pieces. I wish those were in brown, but that would have meant moulding a new piece in brown, so I get why LEGO didn't do that, because it would have been expensive for just the side build. I also like this stump on top of here, and I really like how you can sort of move these to hide the zombie, so it looks like the tree is moving by itself. And I also really like these rare pieces here. This one's quite rare, this one's very rare in these particular colours, and they create quite a nice sort of tree shape. So overall this is quite a nice side build with quite a few flaws there. So here's the main build of the set, and the main build of the set is the Mystery Machine itself. I'd say this looks really accurate to the show, and that's really quite good. Unfortunately, quite a few of the details are done by stickers, like most of the details along here. This detail, this detail, this detail, this detail. But I'll forgive it because they're very accurate to the show. I really quite liked the show when I was younger, and therefore I kind of really like how it's so accurate to the show. And they've got the logo for the Mystery Machine, the various flowers which the Mystery Machine has on it, and there's also a sort of front bit which sort of looks like a camper van, which is quite cool. And it has the little flower logo for the Mystery Machine gang, and it also has the two lights up here, and very accurate shaping matched to the show. There's also these two bars on the top, and there's also not much detail around the back, but the stickers on the side more than make up for it. Well, I do wish they were prints instead of stickers, even just some of them would be quite nice, but the hubcaps look really nice and could be used in various other things, like perhaps for Gary the Snail or SpongeBob, even though they did do an official print for that. But you could use this if you don't have that set. So yeah, lots of nice details, and the details continue around to the other side, basically just a mirror image of the other details, although the colouring's slightly different. Overall it's very similar, and very accurate to the show. I really like this Mystery Machine build. I don't think it can ever be beaten by any toy line representing the Mystery Machine. To the interior, you have to take the roof off, and you have to open up the back. Now it's really cool how the entire back of the thing opens up. Inside there's some quite nice details, and quite a bit of detail, which is what I really like about this set. I mean, it's okay to get a vehicle looking good from the outside, but when you have interior in a vehicle, that really pleases me for some reason. And this one has a great interior. I mean, there's all sorts of references to the show and sort of bits of data and pictures of different monsters and cases all around the walls, and there's Scooby-Doo and a space room there. There's a cooker and a burger right here, which is quite a nice build for a burger. I mean, it's quite hard to take it off, but it's sort of got a bit of green and a few red sort of tomatoes, and there's also various clips for various accessories like this camera, this torch, and the magnifying glass here. There's also this screen which sort of shows some various sort of things, like it says alert, and I think it has a picture of a zombie. And there's also this sonar scanner which looks sort of really retro and matches the theme of the show. There's also this tape recorder which also matches the sort of retro feel of the show. And there's also a wanted poster on this side, and just lots of detail in general for a interior of a vehicle. What's quite cool about this set is that from the front of the cab you can see Scooby-Doo poking through the window like he does in the show, and there's also some nice details in the cab. I mean, it's very simple, yet very nice. There's this unique sort of windscreen piece, there's this sticker tile which I wish was a print but still is quite cool, and it shows some various dials in a retro sort of style, like the TV show itself, and there's also a steering wheel which is done in red. I can see two minifigs. Overall, this is a pretty good Scooby-Doo set. I'd say if you were to get one set from the Scooby-Doo line, then I'd recommend this one over all the others, because it's an iconic vehicle represented really well in LEGO form, with some really good characters from the show in minifig form. It also has a decent villain, I sort of wish the villain sort of had a head to show the true identity of the zombie, but I guess for a generic zombie it's okay not to have that. And I also wish the tree monster had a bit more to it, but overall this is a really great Scooby-Doo set. I'd probably give it an 8 out of 10, and that's for this review. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to like and subscribe.